What was the hardest part of your creative process?
Well, I guess the hardest part of my creative process was actually sharing with other people, because when you start writing, you're not really sure whether it is something valuable and whether someone will need it. So it was the hardest to be open and sincere in my pieces.
How did the role of writing in your life change during the war?
I didn't really write anything before the full-scale invasion started. The role of writing changed my life crucially, because when my friends pushed me to share my poems and to start giving not like concerts but just start reading it publicly, after that I found people I can call the closest for the moment, and I found my community, I found my bubble I feel comfortable in, and like now I'm surrounded with people who really inspire me and who do fascinating things. Like some of them are fighting and some of them are creating something really valuable and worth seeing, and I'm really glad that I'm a part of the community and that I can observe what they're doing.
I noticed that in your first piece, one of your recurring themes is centered around rebirth. Why did you decide to make rebirth the main idea of your poem?
At the beginning of the full-scale invasion, there was one video. A Ukrainian woman was asked by a Russian soldier to show her documents, and she answered, "I'd rather wish you rot in Ukrainian soil to become a fertilizer for our sunflowers." And it was one of those videos who gave really powerful message to Ukrainians as well. It just showed that we're not going to surrender and that we're going to fight, and it was really inspiring. And so this symbol of Russian invaders rotting in Ukrainian soil to become a fertilizer for our wheat and our plants was really popular and really important for that time.
Snow plays a major role in your second piece. Could you talk a little bit about the symbolism behind it?
It was written in winter, and in this period of time there were a lot of discussions about whether we should be glad about snow coming, because after the full-scale invasion, a lot of Ukrainians understood that they can't really perceive it as something joyful, because snow means that our soldiers will be cold and they will need some additional stuff, and it will be much harder to hide our weapons. So snow wasn't really a symbol of miracle, and it wasn't really associated with Christmas and the New Year anymore. So it became just another obstacle that just makes our fight harder.
In both your pieces, you utilize unique line breaks. What was the decision behind this creative choice?
Don't really have rhyme, and rhyme is considered kind of traditional and maybe archaic thing in Ukrainian poetry. It is associated with Ukrainian folk songs. Felt comfortable writing without rhyme, but line breaks to maintain right rhythm of the pieces.
What do you hope that readers will take away after finishing your work?
We really need your donations. We really need money to support our army and to survive and to protect our territory and our people. They weren't created to push any ideas, but if there's anything for other people to understand after reading, it's just like, please donate to Ukrainian army. It's like the most important thing for our survival and for protecting our country. So that's it. Thank you.